Alright. Here we go. What do we got? What do we have here? We have buildings with shit in them. Alright. Big Bossley says, how does it feel to be YouTube famous? It doesn't feel like anything. I never ever, like I said, I never felt I was a celebrity. I never felt that I was popular. I never felt that I was important. Even at the time when I was the epitome, like the height of my popularity on YouTube, I never really felt that way. Like, I always thought it was just fucking bizarre that anyone cared about me or what I had to say or my opinions. Like, it's just so weird. Because, you know, you gotta realize something. Until 10 years ago when I started on YouTube, no one ever gave a fuck. I would say the only place where really I had any kind of authority was Street Fighter community. And, you know, it was in regards to the East Coast only, pretty much. Like, West Coast hated my guts a lot of times because we still had the classic East Coast, West Coast rivalry back then. And so in a lot of ways, you know, it was just like East Coast players knew who I was. I was a well-respected tournament organizer. For the most part, you know, everyone on the East Coast did respect me. All the top players knew who I was. And, you know, even though I wasn't a top tournament contender and anything with Super Turbo, people still respected me for being around the community as long as I had been. And that was it, you know. And then I went on YouTube, and all of a sudden it was like, wow, it's a cool guy who's just playing games and having fun and doing stuff casually or whatever. And it was so different that now people like actually cared about my opinions. I wanted to review games and stuff. They wanted to watch me play all the hot new releases. Pretty cool. Almighty Black Theo cheers. Dude, why do they always say you and Wings are similar? I have no idea. I'm not going to turn this into the let's talk about Wings stream because I literally know nothing about the guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he does. I have no idea whatsoever. Zero. So I have no comment. I'm not going to talk out of my butt about something I know nothing about. Alright, we got more houses coming up. Zingman says, out of the Mega Man X games, which one did I enjoy the most? The first few. I think the first three. Because those are the ones I played on SNES, I think, right? What were the first three on SNES? 1 and 2 in particular, I played a bunch of times. Because 1 had a fucking Hadouken. As a secret ability was the Hadouken. And then 2 had the Shoryuken. And they were both broken to sell. I remember they were fun to find and use in the games. 3, I think I only played like once or twice. I rented it. I never owned. I didn't own any of the X games, but if I remember correctly, I think I only played 3 like once as a rental. But 1 and 2, I like 1 and 2 the best out of all of them. You know, I did play the other ones, like I said, when I did that marathon years ago. But I think 1 and 2 were really good. Alright. T Grabber just cheered and said, I've ever considered playing the Splinter Cell games. I know you just like stealth games, but they're much more fair. No, if you guys remember, I played pretty much like the last major Splinter Cell game, whatever it was called. And that's when I got false copyright strikes against my original DSPGaming channel in 2010. That's how long ago it's been since Splinter Cell. And then I stopped playing it. Because basically I couldn't even upload for like a week. I made a new channel and I was already on the new games. And by the time that everything was back to normal and people were used to going to my new channel, DSPGaming, I just didn't care about Splinter Cell anymore, so I never finished it. And since then, there's been no new Splinter Cell, so I mean, if there was still an ongoing franchise, I probably would have checked it out. No King of Hypocrisy. I certainly don't see myself, Wings of Redemption, and Refutech USA doing a podcast together talking about being harassed online. In particular, all I know is I've had much extensive experience about it. I mean, I don't know, again, I don't know anything about those guys. I don't know what extent they've been trolled, but from what my experience, you know, the more you talk about it, the worse it gets, / the more attention you give it, the more it happens. So I wouldn't even give it the time of day. If anything, eventually, maybe I'll write a tell-all memoir where I will explain everything for the first time ever. I will reveal all the truths of all the trolling that I went through over the years. Yes, it'll be a tell-all story. Phil's memoir, lifetime memoirs. Yeah, right. For me, it's like I said, I just don't give a fuck. I just want to keep playing games and having fun. And quite frankly, the trolling has kind of died down a lot lately, which I'm pretty pleased with. I don't know if it's just that because for me, maybe I'm not doing things that are all considered so negative anymore that people just hate my guts anymore. I don't know. I've tried to change and mellow out and become a lot different over the years. I think maybe it's starting to finally, people are realizing, oh shit, you know, Phil really has changed. You know, at least in regards to the things that people used to hate my guts for. But really the trolling has not been so bad recently. There's been, don't get me wrong, there's always a constant of trolling and people trying to screw with me and do stupid things to me. But, you know, the actual really malicious, nasty stuff for a few months now has kind of been on hiatus, so that's a good thing, I think. Kitty Slayer Cheerty said, is it possible for you to do a dual stream with Wings of Redemption? Again, I don't know anything about the guy. I'm not going to comment on him. I'm not looking to do co-op or a stream with anyone else, so there you go. That is a silly question. Drop some stuff. It's obvious the people that are saying all this stuff about Wings of Redemption came over from his stream. He must have ended, and so they came over here now to... Let's bring the nonsense to Phil's stream. I mean, at least people are being respectful. You guys aren't being nasty or anything, so I don't mind it. But just understand, I'm not going to make this about another streamer, the stream. Again, nothing against him. I know nothing about him. I'm just saying this is my stream, and I'm going to focus on what I'm doing. Alright, let's go. No, dude, some games I can never find a site. This game, all I found were sites. 4 times, 2 times, red dot, holographic. What the shit? So many scopes. I can't stop finding scopes everywhere. The blue line is coming, but I'm almost at the white line, so. The blue line is coming. Alright, we're done. PC Game Hunter, I do not have any plans to play a Way Out anytime in the near future. I don't know if I'll ever play it. So there's your answer. Alright, well, let's go for a run here. So, restricting the play area. Getting out here. Will you ever see me on a podcast? I don't know. I almost never get invited on anything, and when I do, I usually appear. That's the truth of the matter. It's very rarely when I get seriously invited on something and I just totally blow it off. Typically, when I get invited to stuff, it's stuff I can't do. Like, it'll be some weird time that I normally wouldn't be available, or, you know... It would be during a gameplay stream. There's no way I'm going to cancel a whole stream just to appear on a podcast or whatever, so... Alright.